Recently, I made a video on the 3 secret hidden skills that you're able to pass down to pals, and I got a lot of questions regarding how to pass these skills down. For example, Eric said, my question is, do we absolutely need to breed Victor and Shadowbeak and Lily Lynx with a Shikapee to have a chance for a baby Shikapee to have the hidden technique, or you can do it with other pals that will make Chickapee eggs no matter what, since you bred bosses and they still have a chance to get the technique? I asked this because I have other pals with certain passive abilities I would like to transfer to that Chickapee egg too, at the same time having a chance to get the hidden technique. We also got a question from Trip9755 saying, once it's on the chick, how do you put it onto other characters? So seeing that there was a couple more questions similar to this, I decided to make a video to show you guys the techniques you need to do in order to transfer these secret abilities, which now I come to find out there's more than the 3 I suggested. There's a total of 5 that you're going to want to make sure you get and obtain as quickly as you possibly can. So if you guys want to know what those abilities are, check out that video we posted up earlier. But with that being said, let's talk about how you're going to be able to transfer these skills from one character to another. All right, so for video purposes, we are going to want to make a Frostallion knot with the ability from Victor's Shadowbeak, which is the Dark Wisp. So what I would recommend is go to the character you want to create, go to the PAL box calculator, which I'll link down below, find out which is the end goal of the character and work your way backwards. So for me personally, I only have 2 options to get a Frostallion knot. One is breathing 2 Frostallion knots, which I don't have, and the other option is getting a Hellzephyr to breathe with a Frostallion knot. This is the route that I decided to take. So what I need to do is I need to get a Hellzephyr. So we're going to work our way backwards, and we're going to start off with step number 1. Step number 1 is getting the Chickapee with the ability. So how do we do that? We basically take Victor, we put him in the pin, and then we take any other random character, and basically any character that we put here is going to give us a Chickapee. So in my case, in my example, we're going to put a Frostallion knot and just wait till we actually get our hands on a Chickapee with the Dark Wisp ability. Now, one helpful tip I want to give you guys is the Chickapee is low level. It's going to be faster of them getting the ability because the higher level they are, the bigger pool they have of getting abilities. So you want to get characters or pals that have the lowest value when it comes to level to be able to pass this down faster. All right, so after a couple tries, we got our egg, we got our Chickapee with the Dark Wisp ability, and we're ready to keep, producing eggs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove Victor from the pin, and we're going to leave her for Frostallion knot, and we're going to put in our Chickapee in there to be able to, have more eggs and more babies that are going to produce us a different pal. And the pal we're actually looking for this time around is we're looking for a Chillet. So we're just going to keep producing, eggs with the Chickapee and the Frostallion knots till we get a Chillet that has the ability of the Dark Wisp. All right, so after a couple eggs, guys, we finally got a Chillet with the Dark Wisp ability. Now it's time to move forward and progress even further to enhance this more. So we're going to get our Chillet, we're going to leave our Frostallion knot in the pin, and that is going to go ahead and produce us a Seblex. Now, the thing here is we want to make sure that the Seblex we get will have the ability that we want, which is a Dark Wisp ability. All right, so after a couple tries, we finally got our Seblex with the ability. Now we're going to take our Seblex, we're going to mate him with the Frostallion knot, and that is going to produce us a Relaxosaurus. Once again, what we're waiting for here to happen is we're waiting for the Relaxosaurus to come with the ability of the Dark Wisp ability, and we are almost getting to the pretty much the end goal here for our characters, because once we have our Relaxosaurus, we are then going to wait for him to have the ability we want. All right, so we finally got our Relaxosaurus with the Dark Wisp ability. Now all we got to do is mate him with the Frostallion knot. He's been chilling here, and wait till we get a Hellzephyr with the Dark Wisp ability. And just kind of give it some time, guys. It's going to take a couple tries. This is why you need a lot of cake, and I highly recommend you watch my cake farming video because it's going to be very helpful. Once we have the Hellzephyr and we get the Hellzephyr with the ability we want, then it's just a matter of working on getting our Frostallion knot with the Dark Wisp ability. All right, so now that we have our Selfer, now we need to change things up because we have the ability already in our Selfer. Now we got to make sure we get a Forstallion Knot. Now the only way we're able to get a Forstallion Knot is by breathing him with a Forstallion. So let's change it a little bit here. Let's bring in our Forstallion. Let's get our Selfer with the ability, and let's see until we actually get our Forstallion Knot. All right, so after a couple breathing sessions, you guys have noticed now we finally have our Forstallion Knot with the ability that we aren't able to get any other way but to doing this particular method. So the good thing about this is, guys, is now that we have a really powerful PAL, extremely powerful PAL with the ability, one of the most rarest unique abilities in the game and a very secretive one. And basically this is what you want to do if you want to pass these secret abilities to different PALs that aren't able to get it any other way. Now, one thing you want to know, guys, is what is the most powerful PAL you could possibly create. Now, one thing you want to know is what is the most powerful PAL you could possibly create in the game with this technique. Then you're definitely going to want to check out this video that's popping up right now on the screen, giving you the 101 on how to create the most powerful PAL in Palworld. I hope you guys are enjoying our content. If you are deeming the huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one.